Welcome to this video on how to configure EC33 elevator control for community projects on SmartPlus Cloud. Elevator control is a cloud-managed access feature that connects resident permissions, trigger devices, and EC33 relay logic into one unified workflow. With this feature, installers can define which floors each elevator controller can manage, which devices can trigger elevator access, how long each relay remains active, which floors each resident is allowed to access. In this video, we will walk through the complete setup process and show how residents can use the system in daily scenarios. Before we begin configuration, let's quickly make sure the system is ready. To ensure a smooth setup, please check the following. Elevator control is enabled in the project features. The EC33 device is added to the cloud and online. If floors exceed 32, the expansion board is installed, and the EC33 master board is added to the cloud. Your device model and firmware version support the feature. Check the video description for device compatibility. Once these are confirmed, we can start the configuration. Log in to the cloud platform with your installer account. Click Communities on the dashboard. Edit the target community and find the elevator control feature on the Advanced Information page. Enable it and submit the setting. Please note that elevator control is a premium feature that requires payment. Before adding any device, the system needs to understand how floors are structured. Let's first navigate to where buildings are set up. Click the More icon of the target community. Click Add Building to create new buildings or edit a current one. EC33 supports two mapping modes, depending on your building design and wiring layout. One is the Custom Floor Name mode. This is the most flexible and commonly used mode. It allows you to define floors using meaningful labels such as B1, B2, Lobby, Gym, and Rooftop. This mode is especially useful when relay wiring does not follow a strict floor order. Another is the Set Ground Floor mode. If your elevator wiring follows a strict floor sequence, this mode is more efficient. For example, if ground floor equals floor 1, the system automatically maps relay 1 to floor 1, relay 2 to floor 2, and so on. In this video, we use the Custom Floor Name mode as a demonstration. Once the floor structure is defined, we can now bring the EC33 controller into the project. Select Intercom Devices and click New. Set device type to Elevator Control. Enter the device MAC and name the device. Submit the setting. You may need to reboot the device to bring it online. It's important to note that the EC33 must be assigned under a specific building. It cannot be placed in a public area. After the device is connected, we can define how it behaves. Click the setting icon and select Elevator Control. These settings work together. The floors define the scope, the trigger devices define who activates it, and the hold time defines how long it stays active. The Controlled Floors option defines which floors this EC33 manages. For example, one EC33 controls floors 1 to 10, and another controls floors 11 to 30. This allows multiple elevators or zones within one building. Then, select which devices are allowed to activate elevator access, such as door phones, access terminals, or guard phones. Only selected devices can trigger elevator permission. No indoor monitor needs to be selected here. Elevator control can still be triggered from any indoor monitor installed in the same building as the EC33. Next, set the hold time while adding the device, which defines how long each relay remains active after a valid trigger. For example, you can set the main entrance hold time to 5 seconds and set the parking entrance hold time to 15 seconds. Finally, you can set time windows when selected relays remain hold open. Now we move to the resident level to decide who can access which floors. Click the Edit icon of the target apartment. Scroll to the Accessible Floors section. Select the accessible buildings, floors, and the elevator control device. Submit the setting. For tighter control, you can configure how broadly an indoor monitor can trigger floors. This prevents indoor monitors from triggering unnecessary floors. Click the Edit icon of the target community project. Find the Elevator Access Limitation option on the Advanced Information page. With it enabled, The indoor monitor can only trigger the resident's apartment floor. When disabled, the indoor monitor can trigger accessible floors assigned to the resident. This step applies to devices that have an elevator tab, such as the R49 Guard phone and indoor monitors. Other devices trigger elevator access automatically upon authentication. Enter the device IP in a browser. The initial username and password are admin. For the R49 Guard phone, go to Phone, Preference. Select the elevator button to display in the desired area. For an indoor monitor, go to Device, Display Setting. Select the Unlock Elevator button to display in the desired area. Now let's shift focus to the configuration for property managers. Log in to the cloud platform with your PM account. Click Resident in the left menu. Click New to add a new resident. Or click the View icon to edit a current one. Scroll to the Accessible Floors section. Select the accessible buildings, floors, and the elevator control device. Then, configure access methods for the resident, such as PIN, RF card, Face ID, and more. Once the configuration is complete, let's see how EC33 works in real life. A resident taps or scans their credential at the door phone or access terminal. After authentication, the system automatically grants elevator access only to the authorized floors. The resident taps Unlock Elevator on the indoor monitor. A list of permitted destination floors appears. The resident selects their floor, and the elevator is called automatically. A property manager or guard uses the guard phone to assist a visitor. Tap Elevator, then select a specific destination floor. Tap Hold Open to keep the relay active, and Restore to close it manually. The resident opens the SmartPlus app and selects Elevator. Authorized floors are shown directly. The resident taps to select and access their floor. Thanks for watching.